Et salut tout le monde, c'est Jordan et bienvenue pour ce 7ème épisode de Stray Gods. Aujourd'hui nous allons continuer notre enquête et on est en train de discuter avec notre ami Pan. Enfin ami, je sais pas trop en vrai, il est bizarre. C'est tout?
So that's it? Fix up someone's love
Ah oui, il nous a demandé un service.
Trickier than that?
Oh, the way you talk, Grace. It makes me blush.
Well, it's just
I
that...
trade in willing favors, Grace. If I didn't, no one would want to do as I ask, and then where would I be? I may seem untrustworthy, but allow me to reassure you. If I wish you harm, you will walk into that harm knowingly, and with open arms.
Ah ouais, d'accord, ok. C'est ce qu'a fait Calliope?
What about Calliope? Did she walk into harm knowingly and with open arms?
You tell me. I could deny it, of course, but if you choose not to believe anything I say, what's the point of asking the question?
C'est quoi un reliquaire?
What is this reliquary? Doesn't that have something to do with the bones of saints or something?
Not those relics. Our relics. The relics of ancient gods. Magical treasures collected over thousands of years. Books, mainly. We store them in a faraway place so no one unsavory can get their hands on them.
Unsavory like you?
Unsavory like most. Athena has decreed that these relics are not to be used by any save Hecate and herself. A rather dull waste of so much amassed knowledge and power, but who am I to judge? I'm not leader of the cause.
Et ça a l'air quand même super dangereux en vrai. Hein.
If these relics are off limits, does that mean they're dangerous?
Some, but I'm not asking you to chase after any of that nonsense. In fact, I'd advise against it.
But what if one of those relics could help me?
My, such an adventurer you are. It's possible, but ask Hecate first. She, and I mean this with complete and uncharacteristic seriousness, is not an idol you or anyone wishes to cross.
Ouais.
I'll think about it, but no promises.
Marvelous. The gentleman you seek is named Asterion. Lovely fellow, quite harmless. I'll send a package to your domicile that contains directions and the key you'll need to reach the reliquary.
I said no promises.
Well, if you decide to go, Grace, you'll still need all those things. Say hello to darling Hecate on my behalf, will you?
Ouais. Parler à Perséphone.
As I recall, Grace, when I said stay or leave, you chose to leave. If it wasn't clear, I don't give second chances. Or did you have some other reason for darkening my doorstep?
Je m'excuse pour Apollon.
I'm sorry. If I'd known Apollo would act like that, I wouldn't have come in with him.
The man is like a sad puppy that keeps peeing on your carpet. Even you should see that by now.
I don't think...
No, you don't think. If you did, you'd realize Apollo is a fully grown man who should make his own apologies. If you decided he's the ally you need, then wonderful. I hope it works out for you.
You haven't considered that maybe you need me for your plans?
What would you know of my plans?
Just that you have them. And if you need anything, it's allies. Allies like me.
Ever persistent. You remind me of her a little.
Of who? Calliope?
It's an interesting offer, Grace. I'll consider it. Truly.
Ok. Mieux vaut quand même se laisser une marge de manœuvre auprès de personnages pour lesquels on n'a pas eu un très bon premier feeling, on va dire ça comme ça.
Ah, Grace, you're back. That's good. I was just about to call you.
He means he wants me to call you because Paul here still hasn't figured out how to use a phone.
That's not true. I know how, I just don't like them. They're confusing. Anyhow, I've been contemplating our list of suspects, and I think Pan is someone we need to consider.
Attends, c'est quoi cette histoire de téléphone?
Wait. You don't like phones?
I just don't like talking to people I can't see.
No, it's the ringtones. They scare the crap out of him, I kid you not.
I'm not frightened. Only a child would be frightened. They're just very loud.
Yeah.
Can we return to the subject of Pan, please?
Je croyais que tu avais écarté Pan.
Why Pan? I thought you'd rejected him as a suspect.
Persephone did, but I've had time to think it over. Pan is a schemer, a traitor in favors. He always has been. His sudden appearance in all this cannot be coincidental.
You think he could have killed Calliope after all?
Perhaps. Or he knows who did and is trying to turn it to his benefit. He always knows more than he pretends.
I actually went to see Pan at Olympus. I guess that wasn't such a great idea?
Spoke to him again. Already.
For the third time. He was at the underworld, too. He wants me to repay a favor by helping someone at a place called the Reliquary.
The Reliquary? Why would Pan send you there of all places? I don't like the sound of that.
Je ne devrais pas y aller. Donne-moi des informations, voilà, parce que si c'est pour mourir dans d'atroces souffrances, ça sert à rien.
Uh-oh. Is it dangerous? Should I not go?
No. Perhaps it's best that you do, even if it's just to find out what he wants and why.
Ah ouais, d'accord.
Aphrodite is holding a party of sorts, one you should attend. She is closest to Pan. Indeed, she knows almost all the idols. If anyone is up to something, she's bound to know.
Pourquoi ne pas parler à Aphrodite toi-même?
You know Aphrodite better than I do. Can't you talk to her?
Well, talking to Aphrodite isn't something anyone does with much success these days.
Well, if that's the case, what makes you think I'll get anywhere?
There's a standing invitation for the Muse to attend this party. Calliope never wins, so Aphrodite will be thrilled to see you. Trust me. If I thought you couldn't get her to talk, I wouldn't suggest it.
C'est quoi comme fête? Genre c'est de l'art techno, c'est de la house, y a du rap? Non, parce que moi le rap français c'est pas trop mon truc. Hein.
What do you mean by a party of sorts? I mean, I'm always down for a party, but...
It's more of a remembrance than a party, really. It's difficult to describe.
That's awfully vague, Apollo.
It'll be easier to see for yourself. It's nothing you can't handle.
Okay, I'll go.
C'est une nouvelle épreuve de la
Perfect. I will see you there.
nouvelle star.
Paul, you should see this. The names you wanted me to look up are getting weird results.
I don't doubt it. I was hoping you could...
Get over here!
No worries, Paul. I'll see you later.
Ok. Je peux aller au reliquaire ou ferait bien d'aller à la petite sauterie d'Aphrodite. Je peux aller retourner reparler à Apollon. Ah, attendez. Je suis allé voir Pan dans son habitat naturel cette fois. Un énorme jardin au sommet d'un immeuble de bureau de rêve. Comprenne qui pourra. Toujours est-il qu'il m'a réclamé la faveur dont il m'avait parlé. Il m'envoie dans un endroit appelé le reliquaire, accessible avec une clé magique, après avoir trouvé un conteneur sur les quais. Et pour régler une histoire d'amour et d'idole. Je me serais plutôt attendu à, je ne sais pas, des trucs un peu mystérieux, des trucs illégaux. Ça cache forcément quelque chose. Intéressant. Je pensais qu'Apollo et Perséphone avaient plus ou moins écarté Pan de la liste des suspects, mais Apollo me dit maintenant que Pan adore les coups fourrés et qu'on ferait bien de ne pas l'oublier trop vite. C'est clair que c'est un peu l'impression qu'il donne. Les plans machiavéliques, c'est sa came, hein. Bon, ça c'est fait. Je suis retourné aux enfers pour essayer d'arranger un peu les choses avec Perséphone, mais mon départ précipité avec Apollon a apparemment ruiné mes chances d'obtenir de l'aide auprès d'elle. Dommage, j'avais l'impression qu'elle commençait à s'ouvrir, mais il y a ce mur qu'elle refuse de me laisser passer. Vous savez quoi, malgré les plaquettes et le look de surfeur, Apollon c'est un peu un grand-père largué par son époque. Au moins, il n'agite pas sa canne sous le nez des jeunes bons à rien qui passent devant chez lui. Enfin, je crois. Aucune certitude. On va aller voir Aphrodite. Gros stuff chez Aphrodite. Mais non, on va aller au reliquaire.
When I opened that shipping container, I was expecting, I don't know, rats.
Yeah.
Instead we have... Where the hell are we?
It's hard to say. Weren't we going to some kind of library?
C'est ce qu'on m'a dit.
That's how Pan described it. He said it was a, what's the word? A reliquary?
That is where relics are kept, like magic items, like when we played D&D.
This is nothing like D&D.
Well, I don't know about you, Grace, but if a dragon came flying out of that mist, I would not be the least bit surprised.
You are such a nerd.
Speaking of, how much do you actually know about Hecate and this idol you're supposed to help?
À propos de cette idole que nous devons aider.
The idol we're here to help is named Asterion.
And you know who that is, right?
No. Should I?
That's the Minotaur's real name. You know, big bullhead, horns, lives in a giant labyrinth.
Pan did not mention that.
Why am I not surprised?
Et tu crois que genre il va nous buter?
This Minotaur. You don't think he might be dangerous, do you?
Well, traditionally he eats people, but he was also supposed to have been slain by the hero Theseus.
Well, not so slain after all. Pan says he has a problem with his love life.
Maybe he needs to stop eating all his girlfriends? Okay, I knew that sounded wrong the moment I said it.
Dis-moi en plus sur Hécate.
Do you know anything about this Hecate? It's not a name that rings bells.
Let's see. Well, she was the goddess of witchcraft, the really dark kind.
Oh.
But she's never really portrayed as evil. She was more of an outsider. Lived alone, off in her little corner of the underworld. Do you think that's where we could be? Oh, that is so cool. Oh, I bet knowledge is important to her. It could be an angle if you talk to her.
Tu es génial.
I'm so glad I brought you, Freddy. I wouldn't know the first thing about any of this.
Nah. Well, I hope it's actually helpful to tell you these things.
Why wouldn't it be?
Because it could all be wrong. I would have never pegged Apollo for a surfer dude with confidence issues.
Huh. Yeah, good point.
Allez, on devrait entrer.
We should go inside instead of standing out here in the fog.
It's more of a mist, really.
A mist potentially full of monsters.
In we go, then. Are you really planning on doing that favor for Pan?
C'est les reliques qui m'intéressent.
Honestly, the reliquary is what I'm really interested in.
Ooh, a plan C. Go on.
There has to be some magical relic that could help me out. The trick will be finding it and getting my hands on it.
That will be a trick, yeah. I love your plans.
Wow! C'est quoi ce délire?
I guess the Titan thing is literal, huh?
Mortals within the reliquary. Who permits this intrusion, this sacrilege? This knowledge is not meant for the likes of you. I shall grind you into the dust from whence you came.
Je ne suis pas une mortelle, madame.
But I'm not mortal. Wow, does that sound weird coming out of my mouth?
Perhaps, but the one with you? Mortals cannot learn of the knowledge kept here. Not ever!
Freddy est différente.
Freddy's not just any mortal. She's special. And she already knows about the idols.
We have been revealed. We are undone!
What? No! No, not undone. I swear, I can go if you want. I will. I'm not gonna tell a soul. It's enough that I even got to see this place. It is so amazing. It's like the Great Library of Alexandria, which, you know, was destroyed, and one of the greatest tragedies of human history.
I have created this sanctuary at great cost. Knowledge is fragile and must be respected.
Eh ben voilà! Je comprends.
Understood. All the respect. Are there any other rules we should...
Ah, mortal. You wish to see more. I can see the fire burning in your eyes.
Could I? Oh my god, you have no idea. Ever since Grace told me about this place, I have been dying to see it with my own eyes. Seriously. Like, is there a spider over there? Can I climb that thing? Do you have like those ladders that like slide around and like help you go higher? Because I would love to just like stand on those. It's like my dream. I have dreams about it, and it's like my favorite thing to even just dream about. Just books in general.
No, you cannot be Grace.
Sure am.
Then Calliope is dead. Is that now? I thought that was not for another 11 months yet.
Tu savais que ça arriverait?
Wait, what? You knew Calliope was going to die?
No, I am not informed of this for another 11 months and 3 days.
Or I could just tell you now?
That cannot be. It is written. Yes, it's right here. Calliope joins Grace's band. They become friends. Months later, there is an automobile accident and...
An accident? No, that's not what happened.
Are you saying the books are wrong?
Wow. Wow.
Guess I'm not the only one with a problem.
But this cannot be.
The sooner you accept that someone, somehow, screwed up your magic books, the sooner we can get on to figuring out what happened.
Uh-oh.
You will explain. We will both sit, and you will explain. There will be tea.
Eh oui, c'est comme ça.
This
Quand tu lis le
book
JDD,
speaks
tout
of-
est faux. Hein.
She goes back in time to meet a Scotsman lover who exists in the past.
Oh yeah, several times. It's pretty awesome. You really don't have it?
Mortal printing has outpaced my capacity, I fear. I must focus my efforts on a select portion of...
Look, I hate to interrupt girl talk, but you said we have a problem?
Indeed. From what you have described, something outside the realm of fate has occurred.
Is that even possible?
It is, but I must follow the threads back to their source to find the origin of the deviation. It may take years of research.
Years? I don't have years.
That is unfortunate. If there is nothing else, I must ask you both to leave so I may begin at once.
Ah ouais, d'accord, elle nous jarte comme ça. On peut pas faire plus vite?
Is there no way to speed that up? Whoever's behind it might be the murderer.
Such threads are not so easily untangled. I must consult the Moirai, if indeed they are not the ones responsible.
The Moi what?
You might know them as the Fates. They, or any beings of a sufficiently cosmic nature, have the power to undo the order of things.
That does not sound good.
Certainly not. They are also not beings I can summon at a whim to solve your mystery. I am sorry.
Je suis juste venu te demander ton aide en fait. Hein.
Is there some way you can help me that doesn't take years? Like a spell or something?
You know not of what you speak. The most powerful magics are long beyond my grasp.
What about the relics? Maybe one of them could...
No. You do not have permission from Athena for such access.
But your timeline is all messed up. How do you know this isn't...
My agreement with Athena is clear. Now is the time when you leave.
Please say, it is written.
It is written.
doesn't tell people much.
I don't know. Hecate seems super nice.
And super unhelpful.
Well, I don't think we're getting back inside. Do you have another plan?
Ah ah. Eh bien écoutez, ça sera pour le prochain épisode. Merci à toutes et à tous d'avoir regardé cette nouvelle partie de Stray Gods. On se retrouve très vite pour la suite de nos aventures et pour d'autres évidemment. Hein. N'hésitez pas à checker la chaîne Casu, il y a de quoi faire, il y a de quoi grignoter pour tout le monde. Merci à tous, abonnez-vous, laissez un pouce bleu, laissez un commentaire si ça vous fait plaisir et je vous dis à très vite pour de nouvelles aventures.